One of the things that I miss most about school is the sight of students, often of different ages, huddled around a chessboard. What is it about chess which makes it such an enduring activity? And I don't really think of it as a game, because for me chess has always been more than that, more akin to an art form, a thing of beauty. And whether we are playing with bits of plastic or those satisfyingly weighted wooden pieces, ideally in that classic design by Howard Staunton, chess is a pure form of thinking, both intellectual and, remarkably, emotional. For different players have different styles, reflecting their temperament. Some moves are so breathtaking in their conception, they literally make one gasp. And following a game between two great champions can be one of the most rewarding of activities. And one notable effect from the current lockdown is the huge and massive surge of interest in the world's largest online chess-playing platform, chess.com. Anyone can log in, you can do it after this assembly, and start playing a game of chess with someone of a similar strength somewhere else in the world. But how do we get better at chess? Is it just by playing? Many, many years ago now, I met a mother of several children, and she wished to place them in my school. And she was rather flustered, but she was keen to give me some background information. Mr. Holloway, she said, I've been married 5 times, and each time I married a waste of space. Well, I expressed my sympathy, but what I couldn't bring myself to say was that, well, madam, 5 times you made the same mistake. And chess is like that. You can play chess for years and years and never get any better. To improve, it takes work. And fundamentally, the single most important thing you can do is to write down your moves as you play, using, for example, the algebraic notation, as in c4, knight f6, and so on. And then after the game, and this is the painful part, especially if you've lost the game, you have to play the game over again in order to analyse it, and preferably with a stronger player to help you. Because you have to be determined to find your mistake, as in essence all games of chess can be said to be won by a mistake or by the best move not being played. And in particular, you have to resolve to learn from your mistake, to recognise the pattern that led you to a certain position, and to recognise the thought processes that led you to make that move. If you can clearly identify the thinking that led you to the mistake, then the next time you face that position, you'll know to make a better move. But it is painful and it's hard work, but it has to be done if you want to be a better player. And this is where the analogy between chess and life holds tight. In real life, each of us can make the same mistake again and again. It may be the mistake of forgetting your homework, or upsetting your younger brother or sister, or even marrying the wrong person. If we really want to make better choices in life, better decisions, then we have to fight what can be a reflex response of blaming someone else. It wasn't my fault, or I couldn't help it, but rather in quiet and solitude to ask, what could I have done differently? And what shall I do in future when a similar situation presents itself? It is, in essence, a choice we make, not to play this move, the one I've tended to do in the past, but rather this one instead. And of course, this is how we all grow, how we all improve, by making mistakes. Some years ago, the inventor James Dyson said famously, I think pupils at school should be given extra marks for making mistakes. And indeed, in the 1980s, Dyson made over 5,000 versions of his vacuum cleaner before he had one that worked the way he wanted it to. The world's strongest chess player, Magnus Carlsen from Norway, is due to play a challenger later this year for the title of World Chess Champion. So do look out for that, please, in the news coverage. But what we can be sure of is that whoever becomes the world champion this year will be someone who has, one, made mistakes, and two, deeply considered those mistakes in order to improve. And so today, girls and boys, I wish you all a happy day of making mistakes. But just please, please, put some time aside afterwards to think about them and to consider how you will respond next time you face a similar moment. See you all tomorrow.